Welcome back. You're watching India Investor Week on the Money Show, and now it's time to get our mutual fund portfolio queries answered. And for that, I have with me Sameer Shah, Head Online Business Access Security. Sameer, good evening and welcome to the show. In fact, welcome to a very special edition of the Money Show, India Investor Week, and you will be helping our viewers to do their life financial planning on the show. And I start this with Ranjini's question for you, and she says that she started her SIP in September 23, and the portfolio that she's made for herself, she has invested, she's doing an SIP in Nippon India Small Cap, Nippon India Multi Cap, UTI Nifty 50 Index, Kotak Emerging Equity, Kotak Multi Asset Fund of Fund, SBI Contra, SBI Large and Mid Cap, HDFC Small Cap, HDFC Balance Advantage, ICICI Pro Equity and Debt, and she has a Flexi Cap of Parag Parikh. Okay, so I am limited in terms of details which you might want, to know how long she wants to stay invested, but considering the period is more than 5 years, a clear case of over diversification as well. So what should we filter out?
So, Kavita ji, good evening, and thank you for having me here. It is always a pleasure to be on your show. Now, on like now we have analyzed Rajni's portfolio, and you have rightly pointed out it is another case of over diversification of the portfolio. So, first suggestion to her would be if she can reduce these this scheme from 11 to 7. That is the first suggestion from our side. Second, we have done analysis and we are suggesting some bit of changes in the current scheme. First is she can merge Nippon Multicap with Parag Parikh Flexicap. Second is replace SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund with Motilal Oswal Large and Mid Cap Fund. Combine this is a suggestion she is having a two small cap fund. So the fourth suggestion would be combine HDFC small cap with Nippon India small cap fund. And the fifth is there are two hybrid funds. So one's suggestion will be if she can merge HDFC Balance Advantage Fund with ICICI Prudential Equity and Debt Fund. So these are the suggestion to reduce the some bit of scheme. And after this implementation, the total scheme would be around 8. Still, over a period of time, she can consider to reduce one more scheme. The another part is the way you said consider that if she is investing more than 5 years. So if she continue investing 50,000 rupees monthly SIP for another 10 years, the accumulated wealth would be around 1.35 crore. And if she can continue for another 5 years, that means 15 years, then the amount would be whooping 2.85. And in 20 years, this amount will increase to 5.6 CR. So this is our view on her portfolio.
All right, so some changes that you've recommended. She needs to merge Nippon Multicap with Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, and definitely needs to consider reducing the number of schemes in the portfolio. All right, Sameer, let's move on to Mahindra's question. He says that he's 37 years old. Total SIP that he's doing is of 16,000, and okay, he agrees to the fact that he's over diversified. So I think that's a very good point here. I will not read out the name of the fund since you already have the details. Okay, so he's been investing since last 2 years in this portfolio.
So, Kavita ji, I must say that this realization must have come after watching your show. Here, the portfolio again, the I'll reiterate myself that portfolio should not be having more than 7 scheme, and particularly when you are doing SIP of 16,000 rupees, selecting 12 scheme, it is fairly over diversified. So, suggestion here would be. He has a two large cap fund. So one would be if she can if he can retain Nippon large cap India fund and merge Aditya Birla with the Nippon India large cap fund. And here my suggestion would be have at least 50% of the total SIP, which means 8,000 would be should be going to large cap fund. he has 7 small cap schemes, which is very over diversified. So suggestion would be have keep maximum 2 small cap scheme. One would be quant small cap and another would be SBA small cap. Rest remaining all can be merged with these 2 schemes. And the third suggestion on his portfolio would be replace ICICI Prudential Mid Cap Fund with Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund. So these are some suggestions which he can implement on his portfolio.
All right, so that's the solution coming up for Mahindra. But with that, it's time up on the show today. Thank you so much, Sameer, for being a part of this show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. And before signing off, I'm going to leave our viewers with our WhatsApp number and email ID where they can send across their questions. Do send us all details about your investments and also the financial goals which are aligned with these investments to get the right kind of expert advice on the show live from us. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.